Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of August. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. This is a general reading for any sun, moon, or rising Sagittarius. We'll take a look at the cards. We'll get a sense of the big ideas or awareness for the week, guidance, and possible outcomes. I will also choose a few oracle cards for additional messages or information. Let's just get into it right now. This here. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Selflessness, humility, and conscious action. I feel like this was last week's card for the mind. Isn't that ironic? Well, it's always a powerful message, and that is being of service and helping other people. And it doesn't have to be financial. It can be with your time, with your energy. It could be simply doing a nice favor for the neighbor or for someone at work. Maybe covering a shift while they take their kid to the doctor. And to demonstrate humility, we all have talents, we all have skills, we all have fabulous abilities. And to let them be revealed through your actions versus through just your words is far more powerful. And I think it should be a goal of everyone to try to live a humble and a life with humility, because if you start in the opposite path, then, it's a long way down. The fall can be a long way down sometimes. So, conscious action, again, it's tuning into the natural empathies and feelings and just intuition that you have about those around you. And there's an expression, I don't have it exactly, but it's something to the effect of be careful with how you treat people, because you never know what they're going on their end. People may give you a brave face when in fact they're suffering. So tune up your instinct, your hunches, your intuition, and listen to what people are saying. And if you can offer a comforting word, if you can offer an opportunity to go do something fun with someone who's maybe had a rough patch, that's phenomenal. And if it comes from the heart, it's even more phenomenal. And, the world will give back to you tenfold. Karma does come back into play when you live a humble and a life of humility, a life of awareness for others. It comes back to you. So again, strong, powerful message of giving, of being aware, and selflessness. And our, mothers are typically selfless because they're constantly putting the needs of their children ahead of themselves sometimes. So God bless all the parents out there who are raising children. So let's take a look at spiritual self, our emotional self, as we work to try to balance all of these elements together. Okay, what can we learn for our spiritual self? Put that over here. Serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. And it just reminds me of the Seinfelds when the guy is saying serenity now. And it's your focus for the week you need to find some time to nurture yourself. You need to put your needs first, and whether that is resting a little bit, maybe for 10 minutes more in the morning, going to bed earlier, again, bubble baths, Epsom salts, massage therapy, take yourself for a manicure or pedicure, or, go to the batting cages and you put the quarter in and swing at some softballs or baseballs to get the energy out. But this is a an encouragement to you to take care of your health and to take care of your needs. Because if you're not healthy and if you're not feeling centered or happy inside, then it's hard to be of service to others if you're not at your best self. And I like this piece about removing negative feelings. Easier said than done to remove negative feelings. But if you can, first of all, clear aside the negative people, the people that are constantly in your life that take from you and don't give back. You don't have to close the door and cut them out, but you can reduce the amount of time that they take away from you. So if you have a friend that is always texting you with advice on their problems but never says, "Hey, how are you doing?" Don't be so anxious to respond, or tell them, just say, "Hey, I'm always helping you out. You never seem to ask about how things are going for me." And that's an honest and forthright and upfront kind of statement, but it might improve a relationship, and maybe it's in a relationship that's worth salvaging. For the negative people who are just generally not very nice and want to inflict that little pain, just set them to the side. Find the people who are loving and giving and humble, again our word humility, and that are serving others, and find people with like interests to you. And that will be, that's a wonderful way to find some serenity, is to surround yourself with people who think like you do. And maybe there's a meditation group that you could join, or your yoga group, or a women's group, or a support group, or maybe it's a recovery group. But find support from community to help put you in a positive framework with people that are going to work with you versus against you. Oops, let me turn this way. Serenity and serenity now. Okay, so now let's take a look at the body, of what's going on, where we can balance our body for the next week. Relationship. Thank you for healing and guiding all my relationships upon the path of love. Relationships can extend, let's get that in focus. Relationships can extend to romantic relationships, to family relationships, to business partnerships, to casual friendships, to neighbor relationships. When you give a smile, you get a smile back in life. And so, to the degree possible, be loving and kind in your relationships. And I just think that it's one of the most powerful things you can do. And sometimes there are relationships that are not a key focus in your life. It doesn't mean that you can't treat them with kindness or compassion or love, if they're periodic people that turn up. But if you have the affect of always being this solid, loving energy, and that's what you send out into the universe, then people will respond to you. It's going to give you peace of mind. It's going to keep your body happy and healthy. Because when we have strife in our relationships, and when we have stress from our relationships, that stress goes into our body, and illness is born from stress. And so relationships, if you're having challenging relationships that are affecting how you live, then go see someone. Talk to a counselor. Go to find a therapist or someone who can help guide you and to give you good advice. And, relationships take a lot of work. And you have to find a way to navigate relationships. And starting with love and being grateful for the relationships that you have that are working well is a good thing. And frankly, relationships that don't work well are learning experiences, as difficult as it may be. When a relationship breaks down, you learn from it, and that's part of your experience bank that you can take into the future with you, and think about patterns maybe that have happened in relationships. So, relationships take up huge parts of our life, and it's so essential to pay attention to them and to treat them with loving care and the right type of energy. Okay, so let's take a look at the theme for the week. Any additional insight that we can have for the week of the 20th through the 26th. And this is a card that says trust. Excuse me. Get a glass of water there. Okay. Trust. Trust goes hand in hand with repairing and working hard with relationships. And with trust, you have to be vulnerable. You have to put it out there that you're going to put your faith in someone or something or a situation. And sometimes it's blind faith. And I think that when you work from having trust in your life, if you trust, for example, if you're getting medical treatment and you trust your doctors, then that puts your mindset in the right place so that you can heal and to move forward to better health. When you trust your coworkers or colleagues, then you're going to be able to work more successfully as a team. When you trust your husband, wife, partner, significant other, then you're giving the relationship the freedom to grow and to become deeper. But when you're not trusting, then again, it's that the crevice of negativity creeps in. And it can cause havoc, and it can wreak a little bit of havoc when you're not trusting, or if you're always jealous, or if you're always checking on someone. Nobody likes to be, checked on all the time. And so while it might be flattering for a day, if it was every day where someone was like, where are you now? That you can't trust your partner to do their thing, it gets heavy pretty quickly. So I think this is a beautiful illustration, flying in the air, and really it's that vulnerability, it's the freedom. Trust brings freedom. So for next week, be a loving, trusting soul and lay yourself out there. And the worst that's going to happen is, yes, someone breaks your trust and you learn from the experience, but that you're hopeful for the next time that it doesn't happen or go that way. And finally, let's pull a practice card for the week. And I will put a link in this video to the oracles that I use. I know I didn't mention all of them, so you can look if you choose to, if you want to. Have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will we will help your courage and faith. So have confidence, and if you are lacking confidence, then do some meditation, do some prayer and some reflection. Maybe talk to people who are your closest allies, and they can help give you a pep talk to build your confidence. Believe that the universe is going to be looking out for you, and believe that you are capable and worthy of great experiences and of doing great things within your life. That's a given. We all can achieve and we all can love deeply, and we can impact and affect other people's lives. And you have to have that confidence that divine source, God, whatever your God is, has instilled that within you, which is the ability to do wonderful and magnificent things in life. Have confidence in yourself. Have belief in yourself. Spend time with people that are positive and contribute to this well-being feeling. So it's really, I think everything is really connected this week with serenity, of cutting loose negative energies, finding a way to find peace, of giving, of being aware, of being grateful for what you have, grateful for what you can do to help others, of working on relationships and giving relationships what they need, nurturing them, balancing them, putting them into the right place within your life. Having trust not only in yourself, that you are capable of being a loving, beautiful person, but trust in people around you. You have to start with trust, and if you're not starting with trust, it's a tough position to work from. And finally, to have confidence. Have confidence. Spirit has given you resources and skills. And have that belief in yourself that you can do what you want to do. Your mind is in charge, and if you believe that, then the world is your oyster of what you can accomplish and what you can achieve. So I wish you a healthy and happy and lovely week. And again, be safe with the eclipse. It's a magnificent opportunity to be a part of here in the U.S. with the Path of Totality, and enjoy it. Be well, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, check out my other videos, daily and monthly videos. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's a great way to stay connected and to not miss anything. So take care. I wish you the best. Bye-bye.